So I've always trained. I've always liked training, going to the gym and things like that since I was really young. Trained all the way through my pregnancy. It's always been something that's been important to me, trying to stay well and fit. And then just over 2 years ago, I got a really bad injury in my spine. I had an accident. I had a problem with my neck. I just pulled myself doing something normal and usual and noticed some problems. Saw the physio, got over that. And then I started training again. I thought, right, I need to focus and get myself fitter. And I don't think I took some very good advice. I started weight training as part of a group. I was one of many, identified my challenges, but the training actually made it worse. And I ended up getting a prolapse disc at the top of my spine, which was terrible and frightening and awful, and it ended up having to have an operation, and I that hit me quite hard. I couldn't use my arm, I couldn't write, things got quite bad. So that was a bit of a shock for me, and that kind of set me back a little bit. And then from then on in, although I went through the motions and I got well, it just knocked my confidence. It absolutely floored me. I felt that I wasn't able to do things I will, and then I used it as an excuse. So I've got an injury, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't go swimming, I remember one day I was sat on the beach, and it was a beautiful hot day, and I was fully clothed. I was literally there with a jumper on, and it was boiling hot, just because I didn't have the confidence to put on a t-shirt, put on a pair of shorts, enjoy the sunshine, because I just felt that my body had totally let me down, and I was overweight. I just didn't feel comfortable and confident. I felt like everyone else was there having fun and I wasn't, because I just didn't feel like I could, strip off, take my top off, get my shorts on and run in the run in the pool or the sea or whatever. I just couldn't do it. And then Ronnie asked me to go swimming with him, my son, one day, and I ended up making all these excuses why I couldn't go. And it was funny, because it was that moment when your lack of confidence and your feeling of just not feeling yourself, that stops your family doing things and stops you doing things with your friends. When it impacts other people, I think that's when you finally think, I've got to do something about it. When it's just you making choices for yourself, it doesn't seem to matter as much. You can make excuses all day long, but I think when it impacts your family and you think, I really need to do something about it, getting tired at work, jobs getting busier, I thought, I really need to do something about it. And it was that point where I decided that I was going to find someone to help me through this and help me bring my confidence back and do the things that I knew I was capable of doing, but just didn't know how. So that brought me to starting going through my fitness journey again. So I remember the first day when I came for the trial. Again, it was like, am I unwell? I've got a bit of a sore throat, or do I feel, I felt really nervous about making that step again, making that step into a gym, making that step. And it was almost me recognizing that I needed to do something about it, stop making excuses and crack on and get on with it, and we had a conversation. And it was a conversation, it wasn't, I didn't feel like you were talking at me and you were selling me something, I didn't feel under pressure. I felt that I could talk to you and you were genuinely interested in helping me through this journey and helping me, get to where I want to be. And I didn't feel pressured by that at all. I felt there was patience and empathy, and it was almost like, talking to a woman who's nearly 50 and kind of understood what I was going through, which was nice. It made me feel at ease, definitely. And that first day I was, you know, I was very, very nervous, but quickly put at ease, you know, bit of banter, lots of conversation, and just taking things at my pace. You know, I didn't feel like I was being pushed down a standard routine, or, oh, this is what we do on someone's first day. Of course, it was very structured, but very mindful of my injury, how I felt. And by then, to be honest, I was fine, but it was more my confidence and my nervousness that was holding me back, and that was definitely recognised. So I felt I'd achieved something on day one, just walking through the door, you know, and being there and training and doing, you know, obviously you checking out how unfit or fit I was, and the journey we could take and the steps we could take from there. But I felt that it was a good fun thing to do. I felt I was doing something for myself, and I left there feeling, you know, the gym feeling I'd achieved something, which was good. Yeah, it was a good start. Having a more balanced diet, but one that's you can maintain. You know, it wasn't like, oh, you do 1,000 calories a day for 4 weeks and then, you know, you'll lose X amount of weight and then you'll be fine. It was all about consistency and actually building habits and routines into my busy life, which would kind of complement what I'm doing, not necessarily mean that I have to make changes that I can't sustain. And I can honestly say that sort of 7-8 months on, this is my lifestyle now. You know, I do eat and I am mindful of what I'm eating, but I do eat what I want. You know, if I want a glass of wine, I'll have a glass of wine. If I want to go out for dinner, I'll go out for dinner. But I do make more mindful choices now. I feel a lot more confident with things I wear. You know, I can choose what I want to wear now, rather than being worried about what I look like and you know, should I be wearing something, you know, that doesn't enter my head anymore. I just feel a lot more body confident. Friends are my friends ask me, what are you doing, you know, what are you doing, how are you, I wish I could do what you do, how have you got like this, because yes, I'm slimmer, yes, I'm fitter, yes, you know, my body shape's changed, but actually in myself, I'm a lot happier. So I think they're seeing that whole change in me. I'm smiling a lot more. You know, I'm the first one at, you know, at a party or when we go out, I'm the first one there because, you know, I've just got a lot more energy. You know, I'm a bit more of a fun mum now than perhaps I used to be, because I'll try things out that I wouldn't have done before. Yeah, it's not a quick fix. It's definitely an investment. Yeah.